Hello and welcome to another episode of Workshop Wednesday. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at this very large mill angle plate. For those who aren't too familiar with these mill angle plates, I'll show you how they work with a smaller one that is much easier to move. So we go over to the Cincinnati mill here. You'd fix that to the mill bed, something like that. And then this enables you to mount a piece of material at 90 degrees to the mill bed and then do whatever you wanted to do with your mill. This mill is quite versatile, and unlike some other mills, you can turn the entire head to 90 degrees. It's still a useful tool, especially the big one that we have here, which is even more versatile than this smaller one, because it has these two adjustment points, which means that you can change the angle of the plate that you mount your material to go from 90 degrees all the way to being parallel with the bottom plate and acting as a razor plate. This angle plate is not been used in many years. You can see there's a lot of dust and dirt on it. This was a literal barn find. We found it in the cobwebs of someone's old barn. We've had this for a few years and not really done much with it. And as you can see, it is seized. So what we're going to try and do today is clean it up and unseize it so that it's then in usable condition, and we'll assess any damage as we find it. So the first thing I'm going to try and do is just quickly clean up these nuts on the pins so that we can hopefully get these off and then separate the two parts. Just spray some pus gas on here to try and unseize it. We've now sprayed the pins multiple times, and we've got the file and just went over each of the sides of the nuts because they were looking quite rounded and rusty. Now we couldn't find a spanner that fitted, so I'm going to be using the adjustable to try and undo these. So just try and get this attachment. Now I'll just gently tap it with a hammer. There we go. This side, that side is now moving, so that's good. Now for the other one. There we go, we've got other side moving now as well. With both nuts loose, both of the pins are seized, so let's get them out. I'll put as much thread as possible in the nut, and I'm just going to gently hit it to try and get some movement out of it. we got both pins unstuck, and we've worked them backwards and forwards to get them moving a bit. Now I'm just going to try and tap it out. That's one out. I'll take the nut off this other one. There we go. That is the second one out. Put more spray on it. And I'm going to gently hit it to try and separate the two pieces so that me and the cameraman don't end up wearing it. You can see it's starting to move. We've got the two parts apart now. We caught the video where we did so that the cameraman could get his hand underneath to catch it. You can see even better now all of the muck and stuff on this. So what we'll do is have a quick clean up of both of the back faces. We've done lots of cleaning and scrubbing, and this is how the first one turned out. So let's repeat the process on the other one. We've now cleaned up the back of the second part, and we even discovered a scale on here, going from 90 degrees down to 0 degrees down here, and then the 0 that matches up to it on this piece. And what we'll do now is clean up the faces on the other side. We've cleaned up both of the faces now, and they've cleaned up reasonably well. But this was sitting in a barn with a dirt floor, and you can see some other rust damage here and pitting, which is unfortunate. Now we're going to put a layer of oil over it to preserve cleaning up that we've just done. So we're going to use some good old-fashioned 3-in-1. Both parts are fully oiled up now, and the next thing to do is reassembly. So see if these two parts fit together. It's a very, very tight fit, that. I think I will ask my cameraman to give me a hand with this. We have the two parts lined up now, and I'm going to try putting the pins in. All around it. It's a nice tight fit, which is quite good with something like this. It is fully assembled now. You can see the scale on here pointing to 90 at the moment, and it's accurate. I'll just show you by moving it. There you go. That's adjusted to about 62 there. And this is a very handy tool to now have usable. Obviously it's not perfect, but it is definitely usable on the Cincinnati Toolmaster mill. It won't fit on the Centec because it is pretty much the same size as the mill itself. It is a bit of a whopper. It's a very useful tool to have for certain scenarios. But that's it for this video, and in the coming weeks there may not be too many Workshop Wednesday videos, as we need to get a big piece of equipment in here in the workshop to do some work on it. which will mean kind of compacting all the machine tools into a smaller area to actually fit this thing in. We will try and keep our Saturday videos going on the tractors, but we might have to stop doing Workshop Wednesday videos for a few weeks. Also, if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see on Workshop Wednesday going forward, or if you have any video ideas for us, please do let us know in the comment section down below. That'd be very helpful. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.